In the evening, in Salina, on the navigable arm of the Danube Delta, a Romanian passenger ship gracefully changes course to 360 degrees. Tulcea and Banat meet here at the end of the Danube. It is as if we encompass the entire Romanian river in one image. We cannot reach Salina on the road, driveway, or railway, but only on the Danube. From afar, you don't expect anything to surprise you at this little town on the eastern edge of Romania, but Salina drew the attention of the great Western world of the 19th century. After the Crimean War, Russia lost control of the Danube, and in 1856, the European Commission of the Danube, consisting of the great commercial powers of the time, was established. The commission began its activity in Galati, but after 2 years, it moved to Salina.
Au avut ca scop principal construirea unui canal navigabil, dar pentru a-și îndeplini acest scop, Comisia Europeană a Dunării a trebuit să se așeze aici și ca să se așeze la Salina, a trebuit să meargă la crearea necesităților pentru a trăi acei care au venit la Salina și pentru a ajuta pe cei care au fost găsiți la Salina.
The Danube European Commission Palace was designed by the engineers Hartley and Engelhardt and built to be the administrative building of the Commission. Today, it is the headquarters of the Lower Danube River Administration, where we met with Soren Nagula, an engineer at this institution. In front of the palace is the statue of the engineer Charles Hartley, back then chief of the Commission.
Inginerul Hartley, care a stat la baza proiectării canalului, precum și a proiectării dezvoltării portului orașului, iar clădirea în sine avea scopul de a fi sediul central de proiectare și muncă.
During the First World War, the Danube European Commission Palace was bombed by the German army. After the war, the building was restored and continued to be administered by the Danube Commission until 1921, when it entered the Romanian state patrimony. The engineer, being the head of the commission, has decided to improve lighting and flagging of the Danube's river mouth at Salina. In 1856, the construction of the European Commission of the Danube began and was completed in 1870. It was restored, declared a historical monument, and turned into a museum. We visited it, curious about the history of the place and the lighthouse.
Fiind far observator, avea rolul de orientare a navelor de pe dinsul mării către gurile Dunării pe timp de noapte. După ce s-a finalizat această lucrare importantă, s-au construit digurile de la gura de vărsare a Dunării, digul de nord și digul de sud, și mai apoi cele două faruri de semnalizare.
The old lighthouse on the left bank of the Salina Arm is a historical monument, and I recognized it from the Romanian film All Sails Up. It was dismantled in 1922 because it was no longer positioned at the entrance to the canal. The one who fought time best is the observatory lighthouse in the city.
Acest far observator a funcționat până la 1984, când s-au finalizat lucrările de construcții la farul cel nou și au fost preluate activitățile acestuia.
The lighthouse is over 17 feet tall, and we climbed the spiral staircase to the dome, from where we had a view over the city. If you look closely, you'll find buildings that remind you of the cosmopolitan city of the past. The Danube European Commission Hospital was one of the most important buildings built in Salina. Among books, documents, and legends, Mrs. Mihaela is looking for memories.
Trebuia să existe la Salina o carantină, un spațiu în care toți cei care vin de pe nave bolnavi deja să se poată opri și să nu se îmbolnăvească toată comunitatea de cine știe ce boală exotică sau boală cu transmisie în masă.
In 1864, the Commission uses land from the Central Authority and elevates the surface with alluvia from the Danube and the Black Sea. It is where the cemetery was built, which was first for Christians in Western European churches and later joined by the Muslim and Jewish community.
Da, aș putea spune să-și construiască un cimitir al lor mai întâi, pentru că aici în Salina exista deja un cimitir al localnicilor, dar pânza freatică fiind destul de aproape de suprafață, nu permitea o ocupare onorabilă.
I wandered through the cemetery, and I found buried here, among others, William Simpson, who was the head of the Salina site and the right-hand man of engineer Charles Hartley, Eugen Magnuson, Danish and Deputy Chief Engineer of the European Commission Danube, and Princess Ekaterina Maruzi, the niece of the Voivode of Moldavia, Ion Sturza. It is said that a pirate also spends his eternal rest here in Salina. We only found the tomb, not the treasure.